Such a curious artifact. So small and seemingly harmless, and yet it contains so much.
I know you have your personal demons to contend with. But if I didn't make it clear before, I think you can beat this. Just don't give in. And seek help if you need it. I'm sorry. It might be best.
Glad to see we all made it through the night intact. A promising sign that we may be able to curb those urges of yours. Now, as the saying goes, what's left undone should be left unspoken. Is there some lighter subject you wish to discuss?
Need something?
You are worried about this killing urge. I can see it. I will try to help you resist. But spill a single drop of my blood, and yours will flow in a gusher.
I see the hunger in your eyes. It worried, but you are stronger than the hunger. You can resist,
How long do you think we're going to last with a wild card like that in the party? Hopefully longer than I think.
Fate, dost thou require a new ally? Bowman says I'll be alright. I wish it was different. I wish Mom and Pops was here. I hope so.
I would not linger in this land over long. Watch your elders and learn.
Can't give up now. On my way. Seems like a good moment to talk.
I would not linger in this land over long.
Pride of the gate.
Still alive. So that's progress.
Nature's servant awaits. Eager for battle. Eager for battle.
All's well that ends. Well, not as bad as it could have. Breathe deep and move.
The Absolute armies are on the march, and Baldur's Gate is their target.
What's up for discussion?
Your path leads away from me.
Where's Shadowheart? I think she'll want a word.
Greeting. Chuck. As you...
I thought I was done for. I thought perhaps I might have been dead. This is all like some sort of terrible dream. But it's worse than failed her. I tried to leave. It felt like I was suffering the agony of... But then she released...
Shadowheart looks distraught, abandoned by her goddess and all former allies. And as for her divine magic, admitting who empowers her now may break her spirit for good.
Live with it. For a time, at least. Nightsong promised she'd tell me something about myself. What she said to me back in the Shadowfell about the wolves. She took flight to hunt down Ketheric Thorm. All I can do... I'm sorry. Of course...
Need something?
Go ahead. I'm...
What do you know about me?
There is nothing I can...
I chose to do that. For the mission to protect Shaz...
Secrets. Yes, yes, that is an old song, girl. Your goddess cares more for her precious secrets. When you freed me, when I laid eyes on you, I sensed a similar bond. You, tethered to two others, someplace distant. Let me help you remember.
You feel Shadowheart's mind tug at the edges of your own. You know this sensation. She wants you to see whatever is about to be revealed. Your mind joins with Shadowheart's. Something pulls at you both, bringing you elsewhere. remember that it is a common rite among Seluna's followers to send their children off into the woods to find their way home. Perhaps this time it had gone awry. It seems that one child never came back. She was taken.
What? Who was that man?
You already know. Did you not see yourself in him? Do you not recognize your own blood?
My father. That was him.
That is him. He lives still. And your mother, too.
No. It can't be. I'm an orphan.
And who told you that? Your adoptive family? You are not to blame. You were young, impressionable. They took you because they wanted to break and remake you. But you are a child no longer.
My parents. I need to save them.
I don't know.
Your parents both followed the Moon Maiden. I could sense their faith, even in a brief glimpse of the past.
It is a tragedy that the Moon Maiden's right was perverted by Shah. Your future was stolen from you.
Your parents are with your abductors. You will need to return to their lair. But be warned. You may have once thought of them as comrades, mentors, friends, even lovers. They will all be enemies now. You have been forewarned for what is to come, but not yet forearmed. I was able to retrieve it before it sank too far into Shah's umbral domain. Shah is quick to discard whatever she has no use for. I think you know that well enough. But I felt it call to me as I took flight. Whatever Shah calls her own, Selûne has equal claim to. They are one and the same. Their power is matched and mirrored. Take it. You will find it useful. What you do with it, that will be up to you. Same as before.
I'll need every advantage, it seems. Thank you.
A debt repaid. You returned my life unto me. Now go and claim your own.
It hurts.
Shah torments you still. What a spiteful creature she is. This will not stop until you take action. See that your parents' sacrifices are not in vain. Allow the Moon Maiden to guide you at last.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Ready and waiting. Well, certainly waiting.
Where am I needed?
Such authority.
Sharp as ever.
I can't believe it. And by killing him, you set him free. You set Aelin free. And me. But Ketheric, he wouldn't tell me. Do you believe in love at first sight? I understand. Then, next I knew, I was being jolted awake. I smelled musty air, I saw... by the time I couldn't tell her who I was. I had to protect them. And myself. No, I'm...
Can't slow down.
taken. The truth is finally dawning. Shadowheart, are you sure? And
Poor Shadowheart. She's been jerked around so much. I want to believe the gods. Let's go.
Almost pleasant traveling with company. If you ignore all the less fine. What's on your mind? How are you holding up? Don't be so modest.
At least Shadowheart is armed with the truth now. May its...
Here we go.
The dog is unable to speak through the small bag he holds in his mouth.
I don't know. Maybe you can tell me. All I know is I thought of you when I saw it.
There you are. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. Feel my moon, my blessings upon the slayer of the Wicked One. We are a pair. My darling Isabel says we will stay allied at your side. I am pray, ask. There can be no doubt. So mighty are her.
been lied to. My whole life. And I was gullible enough to just believe it. My parents are alive, and I have to save them. I think a part of me always knew that. A part that Shah denied to me. Indeed. But the truth may yet prove... We'd better press on for now. And hope we're ready when... But before that, there's one thing I need to see to. You'll see for yourself soon enough. Just leave it with me.
The curse has been lifted, the lands cleansed of the shadows. Kethric's reign of living death is over. Your courage has been tested, and in this at least, you have triumphed.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord. But there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the Flaming Fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping and yes sir, no sir, rip and cut your throat, sir. Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the Prism Bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
My prodigal bloodkin is among them.
They live?
Barely. I made mince of their ugly mind matter. And if they dare return, I will strip out their offal. Gods, I could sleep for 100 years. Looks safe enough for a night, I reckon.
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
Time to press ahead. Let's see what this does. Anything of use? Seems like a good moment to talk.
Shadowheart has found a little bit of herself again. Soluna cannot take all of the credit. She may have lit the way, but it is the cleric who took this step. That speaks well of your taste. I've heard my share of bad ballads about things I never did. If you have questions, ask. Just don't expect my answers to rhyme. It was Baal alone we faced in our time. And, bad as that was, he had no elder brain for a lapdog then. Help won't come from the history books, or from any old tales I can spin you. This is your story to write. There. Have I fulfilled my role as your wise and wizened elder? Don't tell me which. Against all life experience, I will choose to assume the best. Ask it. More than I would like. In my youth, I was a brief and very much unwilling member of a colony's hive mind. I felt the way they think, saw the world as they do. foul, unnatural creatures who find the foulness in us and twist it to their will. But then, who am I speaking to? You have far more experience than I. Then, greetings, Sir Tadpole. I was wondering where all the questions suddenly sprang from.
Looks empty.
I've been lied to. My parents are alive, and I have to save them. I think a part of me always knew that. A part that Shah denied to me. Indeed. But before that, there's one thing I need to see to. You'll see for yourself soon enough. Just leave it with me. Fine. What's on your mind? How are you holding up?
Shadowheart was no true child of Shah, merely a captive. She must have her vengeance.
Well met.
Hope you're keeping well, friend. Master. Friend, I'll never forget him. But
Painful truths have been thrust upon Shadowheart. I believe she is strong enough to endure, but her path will be easier with our support. I've been unfair to you. But honestly, you've surpassed even those. Seems my faith was more than well-founded. What would you like to know? I am? Trust me, it's been said. You show more restraint than most in avoiding the subject until now. Who's to say? Perhaps there's a half-orc buried somewhere in my ancestry. Or perhaps not. Sometimes I think conventional wisdom is too narrow about what someone can or cannot be. Stranger things have most certainly happened. I had a friend when I was young, long ago. He played with me in the forests where I grew up. But eventually, I realized no one else had heard of him. It was Daniel, of course. Nature was my very first friend. I get older, but he hasn't changed a day. I knew then that I had to be more than a companion to him. I had to be a protector. You're not a doppelganger, are you? Trying to study me to learn all my secrets so you can take my place? Save for me, my line perished a long time ago. They rest in high forest now, near the shade of the grandfather tree. The grove became my family, with Sylvanus as my teacher. And now I have you. It was a long time ago. The wounds don't heal, but they become more bearable. I'm 350 years old. Of course there have been lovers. Just because I love nature doesn't mean I'm betrothed to it. Though sometimes, nature needs reminding. Well, I didn't pick this scar up in battle. I was in wild shape, only I forgot it was the season when bears are particularly social. A she-bear claimed me as her own and did not appreciate being spurned. I suppose you wouldn't be shocked to learn I love animals and nature? I know. Well-trodden territory. Well then, let's see. I whittle in my spare time, and I've something of a sweet tooth. Although everyone's very amused when I say I like honey. Ornaments, utensils, and ducks. I like ducks. I like what I like. Once you get to my age, you realize there's little point in denying yourself, so long as others aren't affected. Thank me by returning the favor, why don't you? Come on. I'm sure you've something better than carving wooden ducks. Well, they are fierce creatures from what I understand. But as long as you avoid the high seas, I think you can consider yourself safe. Anytime.
What's on your mind?
Looking forward to a bit of rest, if I'm...
There you are. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. Moon, my blessings upon the slayer of the Wicked One. Listen to the subtle vibrations of the Moon Maiden thump. My darling Isabel says we will stay allied at your side. I am pleased.
Fate, dost thou require a new ally?
This vessel is at thy disposal.
The gate is closed, as is Cazador. And we are no closer to knowing why that bastard is so obsessed with getting me back. I think we should track down my fellow Spawn. I'm not exactly looking forward to a reunion, but if we can find them, We can force them to tell us what he's been doing since I was gone. And honestly, I imagine they'll be coming for me in the night if I don't. Unless Cazadors change their orders, they'll be in the dens of this town. Seeking... We should get to them first. Then we can make their pretty tongues talk.
I was just thinking, you know, for a while there, I thought there was something between us. I know you felt it too, but it blew out, didn't it? Can't capture lightning in a bottle, I guess. No matter how much you want to. No hard feelings, of course. That's life.
Soldier.
I've got a long road ahead.
Hey, soldier. Soldier?
Need to find a way forward.
Copper for your thoughts? Sounds boring. Ah. Copper for your thoughts? Hell yeah. Copper for your thoughts?
Let's see.
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the astral prison and the mysterious visitor inside of it. With her help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. And what then? You are prone to impulses as uncontrollable as the gods themselves. Will you even have a say in what you do? Will you liberate the true souls from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes? You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
The reckoning is upon us! The city thirsts for domination. March! Join power.
We're on. Fight your way to the portal. I need your help.
Bye forever, pal. is gonna fall. Onward.
Foul deformity!
Oak Father, ease my way. Let's go.
Die, you lifted harborer!
Now Randy lays Brindle Hole!
Come quickly! I can't do this without you.
Put him up. I've got it.
What now? Let's see.
That thing's about to blow.
under attack.
Damn, it's good to be alive.
Can't afford to stay idle.
This ought to be good. Forward. My turn.
What's the plan?
What's this?
No choice but to keep going. I'll strike you down.
I got this. Covered.
I won't give in. Can't slow down.
Ready.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Friend of cake. You will be cleansed.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
Very well.
Hurry! I can't hold them back alone. It's not over. Come to the skull.
Mind Flayer.
The Githyanki is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him. Everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you. I am the one that's been protecting you. I am the one that came to you in your dreams. Help me. You saved a child from a viper, back in the Druid's Grove. You saved the Asima Night Song from her soul cage. You let me live last time you were here, though it brought Blackith's wrath upon you. Your continued existence as yourself, and not a mind flayer, should be all the proof you need. Now, help me.
Despite your best attempts to be subtle, the Mind Flayer's awareness is everywhere. You blunder in its presence like a warg pup learning to walk.
You must be joking. I am telling you. But if you insist on taking a look for yourself, be my guest.
Nothing in your colorful existence to date could have prepared you for this. As the horror subsides, you are left with only one coherent thought. You must do whatever you can to subdue the Githyanki.
Happy? Now, join me. Fight! Together, we can turn the tide.
Moving.
For my prince's honor!
I send you to Eldat's embrace.
Bye-bye. Jimmy on the go. Go time.
Too close. Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer, yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
And so we should swoon and offer a kiss, abomination? Ah, I would not even know where to plant it.
I was someone once. Someone just like you. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals. Unglamorous, but there are plenty of them. Rarely missed. And they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stillmain. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while, until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the Brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become. fought to tame Prince Orpheus, the son of Gith herself. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive-mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus's mother to bring about the fall of the Illithid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus's mother left, a usurper took her place. Blackith declared herself Queen of the Githyanki. Blackith wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her, and so she sealed him and his honor guard within this prison. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control. A very good question. One that I have been unable to answer. That Orpheus lives at all is ruinous to Blackith. She has done everything in her power to keep his existence a secret. That Gortash and the Chosen found out about it. This is impossible to explain. But it was important enough to them that Gortash sent me to retrieve it. The moment I found it, I felt a change. My free will returning. I followed the feeling inside, and found Orpheus. I realized what the prison was for. Containment. While my body was within the prison's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, I could plan to overthrow them. All I needed to do was subdue Orpheus, and find allies in the outer world. You. That would be a terrible idea. The moment he is free, he will attack you. Your only defense would be to kill him.
Even though he is subdued, you feel Orpheus's revulsion. A pulsing hatred that cannot be contained. The Emperor is telling the truth.
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already a Illithid, a sworn enemy, just like me. I appreciate that, but this is what I am. My original body was destroyed when I first escaped the Elder Brain. I searched for a new vessel, but the longer I inhabited this one, the more it grew on me. I realized that returning to my former self would only impose limitations. Any advantage I could gain by restoring my original appearance, I already had to hand in the form of magic, and that humanoid shape you've come to know. As an Illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You, too, should embrace this change. I believe we'll have a better chance of defeating the Elder Brain if you embrace your latent Illithid potential. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle, while continuing to preserve your independence. You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself with the same strength. If you let me, I can evolve you. The answer is twofold. One, I can, but it would... Two, why would I? You have done so. Do you wish to evolve or not? You will be able to do things There will be physical alterations, of course, but only... And you will soon see that the benefits outweigh any... I understand. Let us hope then that your present self will be sufficient to deal with 3 gods of death and a giant magically enhanced elder brain. But in case you change your mind... look after it. Use it when you're ready to evolve. You or your allies. It has vitality enough for you all. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the brain, and bring it under our control. Consider using the tadpole.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
Shadowheart needs to speak.
Consider using the tad...
We'll have to wait. I can't talk right now.
Excuse you.
Something good here. I hope. Moving ahead.
Time to get going.
Seems simple enough.
The orb hums with cerebral magic, permeable, but impenetrable. Within it, the Githyanki prince is as silent as a corpse, but for the murmur of his powers being siphoned away.
Making me sweat. Huh. Looky. On my way. see.
Let's get going.
No time for chat just now.
What's hiding here? Light on my feet. Let's see.
There is nothing further I can do for you right now.
Better make camp soon. Might be a while before there's another chance to rest.
Always a pleasure.
How high?
No one stopped me yet.
So your mysterious artifact, tamer of parasites, is only another parasite itself. How do you feel? Knowing the cost of keeping your transformation at bay. I suppose there is something to that. Illithids are monstrous creatures. But in the end, they are only that. Creatures. And if it can, a parasite will keep its host fat, happy, and safe. Until it is finished feeding, at least. Am I comforting you? I am not comforting myself. Use the Emperor as it would use you. Or discard it. My days of doubting you are done. Ask it.
If not over, then through. No traps, please.
So, there's been a mind flayer inside the artifact, or astral prism, the whole time we've had it. Sounds like utter madness, even though I've seen it with my own eyes. The more I learn, the less I understand just why I was sent to retrieve that thing. But it matters little now. I do not serve Shah anymore, nor the Mother Superior. The prism is no longer my mission. Saving my parents is. But I digress. Did you want something? Yes. But also no. I felt like the world had been upended. But it also made perfect sense. My parents are alive, and I have to save them. I think a part of me always knew that. A part that Shah denied to me. We'd better, but before that, there's one thing I need to see to. You'll see for yourself soon enough. Just leave it with me. Fine. What time? How are you holding up?
Soldier. I'll look after myself. You look after you. If we each do our part, we'll both be all right. I promise. Special, tadpole? Bit of a contradict. You're talking about... Not surprised you haven't tried it yourself yet. Thank the gods.
Let's see what this does.
Your parasite communes with Lae'zel's. Her heart races as she learns of the events inside the astral prism.
Orpheus, Gith's only son. He lives. It is not the Geich visitor that Vlaakith would destroy and Voss would set free. It is Orpheus, the blood of the mother, the prince of the comet. Listen close. The Emperor spoke only in half-truths. For you to know the tale of Orpheus, you must know the tale of Gith and of Vlaakith. Long ago, when we rose up against our Geich slavers, Mother Gith made for the Hells to secure an alliance with the Archdevil Tiamat. Tiamat gifted the Githyanki our red dragons. Gith remained in the Hells, and Tiamat's envoy proclaimed Vlaakith our ruler. The first Vlaakith of many. It is Vlaakith 157 whom my people now call Queen. Yes. Our current Queen has claimed undeath and reigned for 1,000 years. But it was the first whom Orpheus tried to slay. Orpheus is Gith's only son. He led his mother's own honor guard in a coup against Vlaakith I. It was Kithrak Voss himself who slayed the prince in vicious battle. Or so the Varshas teach. Yet the Prince of the Comet's been with us. Should Orpheus go free, he would tear Vlaakith's empire to pieces and build new glory from the scraps. We meet Voss in the city, And every word Voss spoke, he spoke true. Orpheus is the living proof. One word from his lips, and the people would doubt. 2 words, and they would... If the Githyanki are to be free, the...
Maybe I need more pockets.
Be honest. What do you think of the new look? Well, I'm glad someone does. Perhaps I'll get used to it. I have a lot to get used to right now. Fine. What's on your mind? How are you holding up? Don't